The candle flickered mockingly on the table, its flame dancing like a cruel joke as the waiter approached for the 5th time. His eyes heavy with feigned sympathy. "Sir, would you like to order an appetizer while you wait? Or perhaps another glass of water?" His voice was soft, almost whispered, as if afraid to shatter the fragile bubble of my denial. I clenched my fists under the crisp white tablecloth, nails digging into palms until I felt the warm sting of blood. 2 hours. 2 goddamn hours I'd been sitting here in this overpriced shrine to romance, Le Chateau Noir, with its crystal chandeliers casting judgmental glints on the empty chair across from me. It was my birthday. My 30th, the one she'd promised would be unforgettable. Unforgettable, all right. The rage boiled up from my gut, hot and acidic, mixing with the humiliation that burned my cheeks. How many pitying glances had I endured from the couples around me, their whispers slicing through the ambient jazz like knives. I could hear them. Poor guy stood up on his birthday. My phone lay silent on the table, her last text. "Be there soon, babe." Traffic's a nightmare. A lie glowing in the dim light. I wanted to smash it, to scream, but instead I nodded stiffly. "Just the check, please." As he walked away, the heartbreak hit like a freight train, twisting my insides until I could barely breathe. Sarah, my Sarah, had done this to me. I stumbled out into the rain-slick streets of downtown Chicago, the neon signs blurring through the downpour that matched the storm in my chest. The cab ride home was a blur of wet windows and honking horns, each one amplifying the resentment festering inside. How had we gotten here? We'd been together for 3 years. 3 years of lazy Sundays, whispered promises, and dreams of a future. She'd been the one to suggest this dinner, insisting on the fanciest place in town because, "You deserve it, Alex. Deserve it." The word echoed bitterly as I unlocked our apartment door, the scent of her vanilla perfume hitting me like a slap. Place was dark, empty. No note, no sign of her. I poured a scotch, neat, and sank into the couch, replaying every moment. Denial crept in first, a slimy whisper. Maybe her car broke down. Maybe an accident. But deep down I knew. The late nights at work, the secret of phone calls, the way her eyes darted away when I asked about her day. I'd ignored it all, blinded by love or stupidity. Take your pick. As the scotch burned down my throat, anger surged, raw and unfiltered. I paced the living room, the hardwood floors creaking under my weight like accusations. How dare she? On my birthday, no less. Humiliation gnawed at me, visions of the restaurant replaying, the sommelier offering a complimentary dessert for the wait. His pity a poison I couldn't swallow. I grabbed my phone, dialing her number for the 10th time. "Voicemail. Sarah, where the hell are you? This isn't funny." My voice cracked, betraying the heartbreak beneath the fury. Obsession took hold then, a dark companion urging me to dig. I logged into our shared cloud account. Innocent enough we'd set it up for vacation photos. But there, buried in her deleted files, were the messages. Screenshots she'd saved, then tried to erase. From him. "Can't wait to see you tonight, beautiful. Ditch the dinner early." The sender, Mark. Or boss. The one she'd sworn was just a mentor. The room spun. Betrayal hit like a gut punch, knocking the air from my lungs. Heartbreak morphed into resentment, a cold fire spreading through my veins. I read every word, each one a dagger. Flirty banter turning explicit, plans for secret getaways. They'd been at it for months. Months while I planned our future, saved for a ring. Guilt flickered briefly. Had I been too distant? Too focused on my job as a graphic designer, chasing freelance gigs to build us a life? Well, this was on her. On them. Fantasies of justice flooded my mind. Storming into her office, confronting Mark in front of everyone. Or something darker, keying his car, spreading rumors. But doubt crept in, whispering, "What if I'm wrong? What if there's an explanation?" I laughed bitterly, the sound hollow in the empty apartment. No, the evidence was damning. As the clock ticked past midnight, my birthday officially over, a cold resolve settled in. This wasn't ending with me broken. He'd pay. They'd both pay. The next morning dawned gray and oppressive, mirroring the storm in my soul. Sarah slunk in around 7 a.m., her makeup smudged, clothes rumpled. She froze when she saw me at the kitchen table, coffee untouched. "Alex, what are you— oh God, your birthday. I'm so sorry, babe. My phone died and work emergency." Her voice trailed off as she saw my face, the printouts of the messages scattered like confetti from hell. "Sit down," I said, my tone flat, suppressing the rage bubbling just beneath. She hesitated, then complied, her eyes wide with feigned innocence. "What's this? You tell me." I slid a page toward her, the one where Mark described what he'd do to her in graphic detail. She paled, hands trembling. "Alex, it's not what it looks like. He forced himself into my life. I was going to tell you." "Bullshit." The word exploded from me, laced with fury. But I reined it in, forcing calm. "Slow burn, that's how revenge would taste best." "When did it start?" She crumpled, tears flowing. 6 months ago. It was a mistake. I love you, Alex. Please, let's fix this." Her words twisted the knife deeper, resentment flaring. Love. This was love. Humiliation from last night fueled my resolve, but I played it cool. "Okay. We'll talk later. I need space." She nodded eagerly, relief washing over her guilty face. As she showered, I plotted. Quiet, strategic. I'd make her think we were reconciling while I unraveled her world. Over the next weeks, the emotional journey consumed me. Denial faded, replaced by obsession. I'd wake at 3 a.m., heart pounding, imagining them together. Doubt plagued me. Was revenge worth it? Would it make me the villain? But each time I saw her smile, pretending nothing happened, the cold resolve hardened. I started small, hacking her email, easy, since she used my birthday as her password, ironic. I found more. Hotel receipts, love notes. Mark was married with kids. Perfect. Moral conflict gnawed. Ruining lives wasn't me. But betrayal had changed me. I befriended his wife anonymously online, posing as a concerned colleague on a forum for corporate spouses. Subtle hints dropped. Heard rumors about infidelity at Apex Corporation, watch out. Tension built slowly. Sarah noticed my distance, our conversations laced with unspoken rage. "Are you okay?" She'd ask over dinner, her voice tentative. "Fine," I'd reply, smiling through gritted teeth. Inside, fantasies swirled, exposing them publicly, watching their worlds crumble. Fear mixed in. What if I got caught? But the pursuit drove me, a dark thrill overriding guilt. One evening, as rain lashed the windows, she confessed more. "Mark's ending it. For us." The word ignited suppressed rage. "Good," I said, hugging her while plotting the next move. Suspense simmered. She had no idea the storm was coming. The office party at Apex Corp was the perfect stage. Glittering ballroom, champagne flowing, executives mingling under chandeliers that sparkled like false promises. I'd insisted on coming as Sarah's plus one, my smile a mask hiding the obsession that had become my lifeline. 3 months since the betrayal, and I'd woven a web so tight they couldn't escape. Inner conflict raged. This path was dark, morally gray. But justice demanded it. As we entered, the air thick with perfume and laughter, I spotted Mark, tall, smug, his arm around his wife Elena. She glanced at me, recognition flickering. Our online chats had primed her suspicions. Sarah tensed beside me, her hand clammy in mine. "Alex, maybe we should leave early." "Why?" "It's your big night." My voice was honeyed, but inside resentment boiled. The slow burn had led here. Hints to Elena, anonymous tips to HR about inappropriate conduct. Tonight the payoff. We mingled, dialogue revealing cracks. Mark approached, his handshake firm but eyes wary. "Alex, right? Sarah speaks highly of you." "Does she?" I replied, tone neutral. "Heard you're quite the mentor." Subtle dig heightening tension. He laughed awkwardly, glancing at Sarah, whose face paled. Elena joined us, her smile brittle. Sarah, lovely to see you again. Her eyes bored into Mark, suppressed rage evident. I'd sent her the emails last week. Anonymously, of course. Moral conflict twisted. Was I destroying innocence? Elena had kids. They didn't deserve this. But neither did I. As the night wore on, sensory details amplified the suspense. The clink of glasses like ticking bombs, the hum of conversations masking whispers of doubt. I excused myself to the balcony. The city lights sprawling below like a web of deceit. Heartbreak resurfaced, raw and aching. Why her? Why me? But resolve won. Back inside, the band played a slow waltz, couples swaying. Sarah pulled me to dance, her body close. I love you, she whispered, guilt in her eyes. Do you? My question hung, laden with unspoken fury. She pulled back, searching my face. Tension peaked, she sensed something. Then the twist erupted. Elena's voice cut through the music. Mark, you bastard. Heads turned as she hurled a glass, shattering on the floor. How long with her? She pointed at Sarah, who froze. Murmurs rippled, phones emerging to capture the drama. Mark stammered. Elena not here. But she waved printed emails, my handiwork. The whole office knows now. HR has it all. Chaos ensued. Gasps, whispers turning to accusations. Sarah turned to me, eyes wide with horror. Alex! Did you? I met her gaze, cold resolve shining through. You made me wait 2 hours on my birthday. Consider this your gift. Humiliation reversed. Now she felt it, raw and public. She slapped me, tears streaming. You monster. Am I? Doubt flickered, had I gone too far? But as security escorted Mark out, Elena shooting me a grateful nod, poetic justice settled. Sarah fled, our relationship shattered. In the aftermath, obsession faded, replaced by emptiness. Revenge tasted bittersweet, consequences unforeseen. Lawsuits threatened, my job jeopardized from the fallout. Guilt lingered. I'd become the betrayer. Yet in the quiet nights, a shocking twist emerged, a letter from Elena. Thank you. You saved me. Moral grayness deepened. Was I hero or villain? Walking the rainy streets alone, the city a blur, I realized. Betrayal births monsters, but revenge? It devours them whole. My pursuit ended, but the emotional scars, eternal.